Good morning and welcome to Get Active with Amy. It's Tuesday, so that means that it's Arms Day. So good morning from Clonakilty, from Max Physio. So if you can, have something small. I have a 1 kg. If you get a tin of beans, that's half a kg. So if you want to pause the video now so you can go and get a tin of beans or something that you can have in your hand, super. Okay, so today's focus is going to be on bone health. So what we know is that bones, as we get older, we've all heard the terms osteopenia and osteoporosis, and these are normal age-related things that happen to our bones. But what we also know is that over time that we can actually build bones. So by doing weight-bearing exercise and focusing on rotation exercises, that what we can do is we can build up bone strength. So in our upper limb, the areas that we know we can build up bone strength are our wrists. We all know somebody our own age who may have had a wrist fracture. We can build up our wrist strength, and the other place where we can build up our bones is in our shoulders. On Thursday, we'll focus on bone building on the hips and the ankles, but for today, we'll focus on the wrist and on the shoulders. So it is very important that you do have a weight, and that don't be afraid to put a little bit of weight through the joints, okay? So when you're ready, let's check our posture before we go in. You can sit down for these exercises, or if you're feeling strong, you can stand up. If you're standing, make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, weight evenly on both feet. So head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Starting with your shoulders, do 3 circles backwards with your shoulders. 1, 2, and 3. When the shoulders come back, make sure they slide down your back so you're open with your chest. Elbows by your side. So elbows by your side, hands out in front. Palms up to the ceiling, palms down to the floor. Palms up to the ceiling, palms down to the floor. Up to the ceiling, down to the floor, up to the ceiling, down to the floor. 3 more. So as you can see, this is a rotation exercise. You can see that we are twisting our elbows. Well done. And 2 more. And down. Now, keeping your palms face down, I want you to bring your knuckles up towards the ceiling and lower down. Up towards the ceiling and lower down. So keep going there while I'm talking, okay? So what we know that with calcium, that we know that we get it in our cheese, we get it in our dairy, we get it in some green leafy veg, we get it in beans. But what we also know with calcium is that it's very important that you take it throughout the day. If you have your yogurt and your milk and your cereal and your calcium tablet all at once, in the morning, your body only absorbs what it needs at that time. So it's very important when you are taking calcium or you are looking at your diet in terms of turn the palms up, let the hands come down, palms up towards your elbows, and keep going. So it's very important that you spread out your calcium throughout the day. So if you have milk in your cereal, you have your cheese sandwich maybe in the lunchtime, and then in the evening then you can have your yogurt. So spread out your calcium throughout the day, otherwise you're just putting it in the septic tank. Well done. You're feeling your wrists now? Super. Okay, elbows by your side. Shoulders open, elbows leaning back, and bring your palms up towards your shoulders and down. Good. So what we know is, we'll keep going while I'm talking, what we also know is we know that certain things help us absorb calcium. We know that vitamin D helps us absorb the calcium. So when you're outside in the sun, do make sure to expose your skin. So what we normally say is that you need to expose your skin for 20 minutes till it turns a little bit pink. Not sunburned, but when you expose your skin, it can turn pink, and that's when the vitamin D is made. So I know some of you might be on vitamin D, but just have a little look and just don't be afraid to expose yourself to the sun. Good, well done. Keep it up for 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, hands by your side. Okay, so when you're ready, head over shoulders and fingers pointing down. So just hands out to the side and down. Good. So this is for our shoulders. Okay, so we know that certain things prevent the body from absorbing calcium. So one of the things that we know that prevents the body from absorbing calcium is coffee. So it's okay to have 1 or 2 cups of coffee, but be careful if you're on 8 cups of coffee. The other thing that we know is, and I don't think it applies to many of us, is that fizzy drinks can leach some of the calcium out of the bones. So go easy on the fizzy drinks as well. Good. Keep the shoulders open, don't let the shoulder come up. And 2 more. And last one. Fantastic, well done. Okay, this time we're going to turn the thumbs so that they're facing forward. So look, we're rotating the shoulders and we're taking the hands up to 90. Super. And slowly down. Lovely. Focus on your shoulders. Coming up. And down. Good. 3 more. Coming up. And 2 more. Watch the shoulders. Keep going. You're bone building. Good. And last one. And down. Fantastic. Now this time, find halfway between out to the side and in front. So we are going up at about 45 degrees to 45 degrees. So you're leading with your knuckles this time. So when you're ready, out and down. And out. Remember, nothing should hurt. If it hurts, stop. If it hurts, have a check of your shoulder position. Just check how your shoulders all the way back, out and down. Good. And 2 more. And last one. And down. Great. Okay, give your arms a bit of a wiggle. Get some circulation going back into them. Fantastic. Okay, more rotation for our shoulders. So this also involves rotating our wrists. So put your weights at your sternum, nice and tall, arms out to the side, and weights back to your sternum. Now watch your elbows. Your elbows must be pointed straight out. Don't let them point to the floor. And be very conscious of your shoulders. Make sure your shoulder blades are pointing down towards your back pockets. Good. And 3 more. 2. And last one. Well done. Okay, sitting on the edge of the chair, standing if you need to, upright rowing. Okay, so remember your back is nice and long. So your weights are down by your pubic bone and you are pulling them up towards your sternum and lower. So remember, your elbows come out in a straight line to the side and down. It's a much harder exercise with weights. Good. 2 more. And last one. And down. Fantastic. Right, more rotation for the shoulder, standing if you need to, but if you would rather sit, that's fine. So if you are sitting, bum to the edge of the chair, weight even on both sitting bones. Left hand, right hand at the left hip, palm facing the hip. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, watch the weight as it comes up over your right shoulder, reach up to the sky, and then take the weight across your body down towards your left hip. Again, a rotation exercise, good for the bone building in the shoulder. And let's go again, watching the hand as it goes up, stay tall, and coming down. So nothing should hurt. So if this exercise hurts you, don't do it and wait for the next one. Good. And back. And 2 more. Well done, stick with it. Last one. Marvellous. And back. Let's change sides. Left hand on the right hip, palm facing in, watching the weight. When you're ready, and up and down, and up and down. Good. So really reach that hand up, the palm faces out, then as it comes down, the palm faces in. And 2 more. And last one. Excellent, super. Okay, now we'll do every second hand here. This is weight going through the shoulders. So your shoulder blades nice and open, leading with your right hand. Your thumb is in front, taking the hand all the way up to the ceiling. Reach it all the way up. Keep your shoulder blades back, and the hand comes down. Good. Let's change sides. And back. Good. And again. Reach up and down. Good. The left hand coming up, reach up for the ceiling and down. Remember, nothing should hurt. The right hand coming up, super, and down. Now when you're ready, again it shouldn't hurt. Palm out to the side, reaching up towards the ceiling, good, and all the way down. You might be better off doing this one without the weight. Okay, it's just a lovely body stretch, and down, one more each side, up and down, last one on the left, all the way up and down. Fantastic. Okay, what we know with bone building, what we know with osteoporosis and osteopenia, we are all afraid, I think, of getting that posture that we get. So it's very important that we do what we call extension in every joint. So what we know, one of the things for bone building is extension, extension, extension. So extension means leaning back and opening up. So let's start with the wrist. So with your wrist, just pulling your hands back as far as you can. An easy way to do it is just saying your prayers. So put your hands together, bring your elbows out to the side. Good, and make sure you get that movement well done, and relax the elbows and go again. Extension again into the wrist. Good. This is an easy one to do, it doesn't take much thought. And last time. Good, and stop. Okay, extension for the shoulders. Right hand behind your back. If you can, try and walk your hand up your back as high as you can. Good, feel a stretch in the front of your shoulder, nothing should hurt. Good, feel a lovely stretch across the front. Mark that spot in your brain where your hand went up to, and release the hand. Let's take the other hand up. So the hand walks up your back as far as it can. Does one come up higher than the other? If it does, you need to try and get both the same. Good, feel a stretch in the front and back. Right hand behind your head, pull back your elbow as far as you can, get a lovely stretch across the front. So we are extending our shoulder. And what that does is it prevents this forward position that we get through, I suppose, posture and television and everything. Good. Super. Now, if it's comfortable for you, hands behind your head. Imagine you have a torch on your sternum and you just want that torch to draw a line up to the ceiling, but it should be nice and comfortable. Get a lovely extension and back. Everything you do should be comfortable. It shouldn't be uncomfortable. And all the way up to the ceiling. Beautiful. It should feel lovely. Good. And back. And last one. That torch up to the ceiling. It should feel comfortable. And back. Lovely. Okay, folding your arms. So we know that with this thoracic spine, just the area between our neck and our back, it's very stiff. So it's a lovely exercise. So look at the screen, keep your head forwards, fold your arms, and just turning your chest around to the left and back to center. And turning your chest around to the right and back to center. One more time to the left. Good, it's a big stretch, so we don't do many of them. And last time, around to the right and center. Super. Okay, shoulders down, elbows up to 90, head in front. Let's rotate to the left and back. Let's rotate to the right and back. One more each side. You will feel it between your shoulder blades, but do it nice and gently and nudge into the stretch. You should never nudge into pain. Good. And back. Let's move on to our neck. So, very gently, chin on your chest, feel a stretch up the back of your neck, and coming up, and two more. Roll your chin down onto your chest, good, as though you're holding a peach, and you will feel it up the back of your neck, and up. Lovely. One more time, chin on your chest, coming down, and remember when you roll the head up, try and elongate it up and stretch the head away from your tailbone. Right ear down to your right shoulder, and it always does feel tight. Good. And back. Left ear down to your left shoulder. So try and go straight down. Try not to be turning the head. Imagine you're stuck between two plates of glass. Now, looking over your right shoulder, and always go into the stretch. And back. Look over your left shoulder. And back. Fantastic. Okay, so well done. Your homework for this week, okay, is to do your wrist extension and to do your shoulder extension. Have a little look at the amount of calcium that you are eating in a day. Are you having milk in your cereal? We know that low-fat milk has more calcium than full-fat milk. Have a look at, are you spreading your calcium out throughout the day, or are you having it all at once, getting it over and done with, and see if there's any way that you can spread out your calcium-laden foods throughout the day. Do have a look and see if you are on vitamin D tablets, and if not, maybe talk to your GP the next time you're in. Or the other thing is that when you are outside, don't be afraid to expose yourself, well, expose your skin, not yourself, for 20 minutes before you put on sunscreen, and don't be afraid for your skin to turn a little pink before you apply the sunscreen, because you need to get that little reaction from the sun to get the vitamin D into your skin. Okay, so well done, and I'll see you on Thursday where we'll be talking about bone building for the legs. Fantastic, well done.